Let's do this.
Let's go.
I assume we're talking about my wedding.
Yes, Hayley, we're talking about your wedding.
That's all we've talked about the last year.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. Welcome to another podcast. Here we are with a married woman.
What? We've had a married woman the whole time, but now we've got two married women.
Two married women.
There's two of us.
We've officially got different surnames. Well, not officially because I still haven't changed mine, but
I haven't got my marriage certificate yet, so we're still Evanses together.
yeah, still. But technically, we have different surnames now.
Yeah.
But I think, should we talk about it?
Yeah.
Roll the intro.
Hello, and welcome to Confetti Conversations,
The podcast where me and my sister talk all things weddings, wedding planning, and married life. So, your wedding.
Yeah.
It's now, because obviously it will have been 2 weeks since the big day, because obviously Hayley and Ellis went on holiday, and then we had one of the episodes was the actual wedding day.
Yeah.
So what do you want to talk? Do you want to talk about it as a whole? Do you want to do a good bits and a bad bits episode? Do you want to do not that I don't think you could fill a whole episode with bad bits, to be perfectly honest with you.
No, there was like a moment, and that was it.
What would you like?
Let's just talk about the whole day, start to finish.
Okay, cool. Right. Let's talk about the day before.
Day before.
So it was about an hour away, the venue.
Yeah.
We left to go for breakfast.
Yep.
So we went for breakfast just around the corner from where the wedding venue was.
Yeah.
They had no bacon.
Oh my God, the lack of bacon. Actually, that was probably the most dramatic thing of the whole 2 days.
Yeah.
3 days.
There was about 10 of us, and we hadn't booked because you just wouldn't assume that you would need to.
No, it's at a pub that has bedrooms and it advertises breakfast.
Yeah.
And I've been for breakfast before, and no, we didn't book then. And it's a really nice pub on the river.
Well, the breakfast was lovely, but I just think we turned up and there was 10 of us, and she was like, okay, we weren't expecting that. And to be fair, most people, I guess you would normally book for a
10.
larger group.
Yeah, but we weren't expecting necessarily to...
And you didn't know who was going to go. You didn't know how many were going to eat. Like, it kind of was a spontaneous thing. It just kind of happened.
Yeah.
Like, you knew we were going to go.
Yeah.
But we didn't know who was going to be there. Like,
no.
So... yeah, it was fine. It was lovely.
They ran up to Spa and bought more bacon.
Yeah, they bought more bacon. We ended up having a lovely breakfast, and we had a lovely time.
Yeah, it was great.
But the poor waitress was just...
it blew her brains.
Yeah,
that there were guests there.
Beside herself, she couldn't cope. So anyway,
she dealt with it. It was fine.
Yeah, adapt, improvise, and overcome, or whatever the saying is. The dog just burped. But it was
nice.
Yeah.
And it was a nice start to because it was lovely and sunny.
Yeah.
We were sat outside by the river.
Yeah.
And it was a really nice place. And the breakfast was really good.
Yeah.
So we all had our breakfast, but because of Bacon Gate, the boys were running a bit late for golf. So I was still eating when they all started to leave. But in fairness, I was one of the last to order.
Yeah, and
so
it was
fine.
Yeah, it was fine. We had to try and get the golf clubs out from the very middle of Ellis's car. Ellis had strategically packed the two cars very, very well, might I add. You know, he'd done it really well, but for some reason he decided that putting the golf clubs in the middle of other stuff,
which wasn't getting unloaded beforehand. So
then I was trying to... anyway, it was absolutely fine. The golf clubs got unloaded. Off they went on their merry way, and they had a wonderful time.
Yeah, so this Thursday they all played golf.
Yeah, they all played golf.
Mainly groomsmen, wasn't it?
Yeah, groomsmen and fathers it was.
Yeah.
And then Mom was chilling, watching them play golf for a bit. And then we went and did the food shop.
Yes.
For the venue.
We actually went via my work and collected Sam's new glasses.
Oh yeah, Sam had an eye test and needed new glasses, and
they just had. To be honest, they might have come before I finished for work, but I forgot to check.
Yeah, because his were just a bit. They just like the coating had broken down on them. They were just a bit like messy, and we thought if we could get them, he would look a lot smarter.
Yeah,
and
so
he does.
I phoned the shop, didn't I? We were deciding where to go for a food shop, and we were like, well, there's 2 towns either side of it. One's the town I work in. And I was like, well, I'll just phone and see if they're there. So we literally ran in, collected them, and left again, and then did the food shop.
Yeah, got bits for breakfast and the sausages,
snacky bits. Yeah,
snacky bits. We didn't even eat the snacky bit.
No, I ate them whilst we were away.
Yeah, don't blame you. Yeah, so we just did a little food shop, and then we went to set up the venue.
Yep. We unloaded the cars. We got there and we just had 10 minutes and we were like, let's just have 10 minutes because we know it's going to be pretty full on.
Yeah, we were tired. We'd done a lot,
and excited.
Yeah, absolutely. We just needed 10 minutes.
10 minutes scroll on your phone.
Yeah. Because you don't touch your phone for like 3 days.
Yeah.
And we just needed 10 minutes just to be like, okay.
Yeah, because it's going to get busy from now.
Yeah.
So yeah, then I lifted light things and Phil unpacked.
Yeah.
God, what a speak.
But I was saying to Hayley, I was like, get everything just in one place, because Hayley was like,
just
wandering around with stuff, like, this
is
is
going to
go
here,
of my own, this is going to go there, and I was like,
she told me about 4 times and I listened.
I was like, lovely idea, Hales. However, the cars are blocking the drive, so what we need to do is
just
unpack,
get it out.
And then we can move the cars, and then we can do the la 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 bit.
Yeah. So it took about 4 attempts for me to actually listen.
Yeah, but you did listen, and it was fine.
I found my listening ears.
Yeah, you did. You did. And then so everything was in then, and then we just started the setup. So we started. Mom met us there.
We emptied the cars, hadn't she?
Yeah, and then your mother-in-law Jenny came.
Yeah,
just
with a bucket and sand.
Yeah, bless her.
She was sent on a mission, wasn't she?
She was sent on. Jenny had probably the hardest mission of the day.
Two.
Yeah,
she had to go and pick up one of the groomsmen's waistcoats because the company we hired it from sent the wrong size.
Yeah.
And luckily he checked well before the wedding and they ordered it in. It just hadn't come in time.
Good job that it was him, because a lot of the others wouldn't have checked.
Oh yeah, he's probably the only one that would have checked.
Yeah, but then to be fair, some of them didn't get their suits because Ryan bought them with him.
Yes.
So they would only have got them the day of or the day before.
Yeah, so it was just lucky that was the situation, and it was fine. So she went to go and pick up that from Cheltenham, and then
you needed a bucket and sand.
Yeah, we forgot that we had to provide a bucket and sand for sparklers that we wanted to do. So Jenny went off to B&Q or something like that.
Oh, yeah, it was B&Q because it was an orange bucket.
Yeah,
it was one of the classic
B&Q
B&Q orange buckets, which, like, to me, I don't know, there's so much nostalgia with that.
Yeah.
The orange wheelbarrows and the orange buckets.
Yeah, so true. But so she got sent on a mission, and she completed it successfully.
She did, bless her.
And then we started setup.
Yeah.
So all the tables were already out. How they put them.
They were out with tablecloths on.
Yes. And then we had put all of our individual tables, decorations, name cards? But it's not on a card anymore.
No, I always call it a name place, but I know that that's not correct.
I call it a place name.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're actually called.
I don't know what they're actually called either.
Yeah, so those things, tells you which seat is yours.
We'll call it a name card for now.
I'd done them on little acrylic things from Shein, so people could have them to keep with a bit of ribbon on them. So they had them. We did advice cards that were on the table.
Yeah.
We did menus, and on the back we had a crossword, which I spelt a word wrong on.
Did you?
Yeah, I spelt Aperol wrong.
That's hilarious. I didn't do it.
Well, good job you didn't notice.
I know, I didn't.
Your table was too pissed to notice.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
It was a good table. So they had that on, the menus, the crosswords on the back. We did, on each table, we did an anniversary card. So for each table number would write in the card. I haven't even looked if they've all been done. I don't want to read the messages. I just want to see what's in them. Like that they've got something
we
in
did
them.
Ours. Me and Emma did it, and Emma was like, what do I write? And I was like, Emma, I don't know. I was like, but you're best at doing things like this. And then I can't remember what we wrote. I'm not going to tell you. And we ended up being number 8. So
yeah, because it all got a bit mixed up.
Yeah.
But we'll come to that in a minute. So they all had anniversary cards to do, activity books for the kids.
Yeah.
That was about it, really. Oh, yeah. Obviously decorations.
Yeah. You had like your
table runners, flowers, wooden blocks.
Yeah.
Photos.
You did what are they called? Little jars. What are they?
Bud vases.
Bud vases. That's it.
Yeah, bud vases.
No, Dougie, stay there, please.
And yes, that was all in a box for each table.
Yeah.
So they all got put on the tables how I had numbered them.
You want to go into it now?
Just get it over with.
Yeah.
It's the only bad bit of the day.
Yeah, it's really quite frustrating in the sense that there was no communication.
Yeah. So the caterers wanted a table plan so they knew who was sat where for dietaries, and I can't fault that because it worked beautifully.
Oh, yeah.
Again, we'll come to that. But then the venue sent me one.
The way that the venue worked is, so for me, I had like my top table, and then there was in front of that 3 tables, another 3 tables in front of that, and then another 3 tables in front of that. So it was very conventionally numbered, and then when I got handed a like a plan of the marquee, it had the table numbers on it, and I just followed the convention of it because it was conventional.
Yeah.
Hayley's venue had the so it's a much longer, narrower room.
If you think of a marquee, like
a marquee's like a standard rectangle.
Yeah.
This is like
flipped on its side.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say that it's longer
and thinner.
Yeah, probably. So it's a long, thin rectangle.
You couldn't fit 3 tables across.
No, it only can fit 2 tables across. So the way that it works is as you walk into the room, you have 2 tables in front of you, another 2 tables, then you have the top table and a table, then you have 2 tables and 2 tables. So it's like, yeah. So the way they number it
is from the door.
From the top table. So the number 1 is next to the top table, isn't it? That's where we were sat.
Yes, yeah.
And then they go back on themselves to number 2.
Yeah.
Down to 3.
And then around.
And then all the way around back to the top table.
Which isn't how I'd done it.
No.
Which threw them.
Yeah, because you wanted your 1 and 2 in front of you.
I wanted 1, 2, 3, like in a horseshoe around us.
Yeah.
Because they were mine and Ellis's bridal party.
Yeah.
Split up with different friend groups and things.
Yeah.
And that's how we laid it out on the Thursday.
Yeah, we did it exactly to your thing, which Hayley had sent to the caterers. I'd
sent to the venue. The caterers didn't ask, they didn't ask for where the tables were.
Okay.
They just wanted a list of the table numbers and who was sat where.
Right.
So they didn't want a
that's
layout.
Fine. You'd send everything you had to send to the appropriate people.
Yeah.
Nobody had flagged there was a problem.
Yeah.
Nobody at any point had ever said that's not how we do it. It doesn't work.
But in hindsight, looking back at it, the caterers work there all the time, and that's how the table plan is always done. I changed it, but the venue didn't tell me that won't work. And they may never have had it before, so they may never have actually...
They might not have looked at it until the caterers looked at it.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, this is different.
Yeah.
So all I wish, like, every other aspect of the day was fantastic. From start to finish, there was no issues. There was nothing wrong with it. It was the most incredible day from start to finish. And that, in the grand scheme of things, is very, very minor. But we were talking
told them
about
what they've done.
it. Oh, sorry. They put it back
to how they
do it. So
whilst in the morning, from when you went in the morning,
it was definitely right in the morning, because when I went in, I put my speech on my chair.
Yeah.
And I know I put it on the chair that I was supposed to be in.
Yeah.
And I did that, and me and Charlotte looked at where she was sat. We looked at where I was sat.
Yeah.
And it was all as we'd left it.
Yeah. So then when we came round, Phil had gone round before us because we were doing pictures. I walked around the corner and I could just see all my friends were in the wrong place.
But I was one of the last in because I was with the dog.
Yeah.
And then I'd taken my friend with the dog back to the car. I'd come in and I'd gone, oh, the tables have moved.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well,
it was too late to move people around.
There's nothing we could have done, but I said to everybody, it is what it is. We are where we are. We'll just cope with it. It's not, that's not the problem. My query was, do I tell Hayley before she sees it?
Yeah.
Or do I leave you to walk in, do your entrance? I couldn't work out what was better. You being annoyed and walking in to your entrance annoyed.
It was a 6 of one, half a dozen the
other,
other, wasn't
walking in, seeing everyone in the wrong place and being shocked. I couldn't work out which was going to be worse.
Luckily, I could see it before I made my entrance.
I watched you walk down. You were walking down the path.
Yeah.
And I watched you walk down the path and she went, nobody's in the right seat. And I saw you say it and I went, well, we don't have the option of not telling her anymore.
But it worked out for the best because I needed a wee anyway. We went to the toilet. I had a little cry about it.
We swapped your shoes over.
It's fine.
Everything was fine.
I would have much preferred to have had because I could see all of my friends and Ellis's friends having a lot of fun and we weren't anywhere near it. And I know that's always what a lot of brides and grooms say is they don't get any time to have the fun bit with their friends.
Yeah.
Because you're not near them.
Yeah.
And that's the only, nothing against the family that was sat in front of us.
No, not at all. Because you love your family.
But there's a very different dynamic between your friends and your family, isn't there?
Yeah.
And that's what I was, and also like I'd put mom and dad's friends next to them.
Yes.
I'd put Jenny's family next to her.
Yeah.
So instead they were sat next to my auntie and uncle. Like obviously not next to them, they're on separate tables, but
you'd considered where you wanted everybody
so they could get to people easily.
Yeah, and I think it was just a miscommunication.
It really did not affect the day.
It didn't affect the day. I just wish that I was stood out in the bar area talking to, can't even remember who it was now, about the fact that the tables had moved. Your wedding coordinator was sat at the table at the bar, said nothing. Did nothing. And I'm like, I don't, like, obviously it is, whatever. I'm not the bride, not my problem. Like she didn't owe me anything. She was fantastic.
She was brilliant
in every other way. But that moment, I just wish she'd have said, yeah, sorry about that. It's just, this is how we do it. And it has to be that way for the catering.
And do you know what? That shows the difference between a venue and a wedding coordinator.
Yeah.
She does the job for the venue.
Yeah.
And she does it very, very well.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't ever fault any of them.
No,
it's just
no.
that communication. It's the venue first.
Yeah.
But that is something that I've heard over and over again, and I did know, so I went into that with my eyes open. I didn't book a wedding coordinator, so I can't expect someone to be doing that for me.
No, not at all. And it was, as you said, it was absolutely fine.
It really didn't make any difference.
It didn't make any difference, and it's a small thing in the grand scheme of the entire day. It just would have been nice just to have had that. Like,
they moved all the people's names, but on some of the tables they didn't move the table name.
Yeah, no, they didn't move they moved the numbers and the names,
the plate, like people's names.
Yeah, your actual names. They didn't move the table names,
photos.
And they didn't move any of the. So we were table 1, but
and you should have had card 1.
Yeah, but we signed card 8 for the anniversary,
which doesn't matter in the future.
No, it really doesn't. None of it matters, but it's just like. It was just a bit frustrating. And to be fair, you dealt with it so well. And I think you had the right attitude where it's just, you had a moment where you were like, I want to be looking at my people. And I said, get it. Like, I so get it.
Yeah.
We can't move everyone, so it is what it is. And within 30 seconds, you were like, it is.
It is. And nothing else. Ooh, I touched my jumper. It really made no difference to the day. And I don't think even if they were sat in front of me, I would have been that involved anyway, because it's weird being on a top table because you are...
Top table's like being in a fishbowl.
Yeah, it is a little bit. Yeah. People might still like just looking at you and come and take pictures
you're not
of you.
You're not really talking to anybody.
No, I think me and Ellis made a really conscious effort to talk to each other a lot whilst we were sat there rather than looking around, and to talk to mom and dad and Jenny and Neil. So we did have a nice time. And you almost want your next table to be like right next to you.
Yeah.
But no, it was fine. So yeah, setting up the tables, we did all that work. It looked beautiful. It still looked great.
Oh, it still looked beautiful, yeah. It didn't really matter, but yeah. So the tables got moved, but when we set them up as you wanted them, and they looked stunning.
But it meant everyone got the right food, and everyone loved the food.
We'll come to it anyway. But yeah, anyway.
So that was set up, and then we moved on from doing the tables.
We just did all the little
which got arranged, rearranged. Then we set up like the sweet table. We set up the guest book, bits for the bar.
Yeah.
We set out the welcome sign how we would like it to look. It didn't look quite like it, but it looked great.
Something happened to the crate. I don't really know.
It got put. There was crates that were put by the drinks table with the photos in.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So it still looked good.
They still used it all, and it was perfect. But yeah, it was. We just faffed around with it a bit, didn't we? And just put everything where you wanted it.
Yeah, and then we were really lucky because we'd got loads of garden games as well. And they said, just leave them there and we'll put them out. We came to them and they were all out.
Yeah.
Ready. So, I can't fault it really. The setup was really easy. And then, what else did we set? Oh, I had like the classic bathroom boxes. We did a Generations of Love display of photos, which Phil had crates for your wedding, didn't you? And you didn't display them the same way. But we used crates for that and some of the bud vases that I'd made.
Looked so good, that did.
And Phil made this display of the photos and everyone commented on how good they looked. And we just put it in the perfect spot and it looked so good.
Yeah, it did look really good.
Yeah, I was really pleased.
Yeah, it looked really good, that did. And then your dance floor bits.
Yeah, it looked like the classic dance floor bits. And oh my God, so many people thought the glow stick stayed in the glasses across the thing.
Did you?
So when we first got on the dance floor, so we bought these really naff,
just had glow sticks.
Yeah. Hattie did for ages.
I didn't even notice that.
So funny. So they were like heart-shaped glasses. They were really naff, just fun ones.
Oh no, they were cool. I loved them.
Everyone loved them, to be fair.
You couldn't see. I had to put them on my head because they made my face, they made my eyes feel funny. That might have been the alcohol, but yeah.
So they had heart shapes, but you needed to snap the glow sticks and put your glow stick in the heart shape.
Yeah.
But there was loads of packaging to them. So we unpacked them and we were like, how do we keep the glow sticks in?
Yeah.
So people have got them. So we put them
so that we didn't snap them because they would obviously then not have been.
Yeah, they wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Because it was the day before. So we put them through the bridge of the glasses. And then I was dancing. It was after the first dance and people were getting all the bits and stuff. I could just see some of my netball friends with this bar of glow sticks just in the middle. And I was like, give them here. And I showed them how to do it. And then they were crying oh, that makes so much sense. And then people got it after that.
That's so funny.
So we had those glasses. We had the classic white sunglasses that I'd written on rather than vinyl just for ease. Flip-flops. I've got quite a few flip-flops left over.
You need to sell them.
I'm going to sell them as a bundle for
I would.
Another wedding.
Yeah, I would.
And then big the light up baton glow sticks. We had those as well.
Yeah, they were cool.
Yeah, everyone loved them. And the singer from the band put it on the end of his mic.
Yeah, he did.
He
had it on the end of his mic for ages. That was hilarious.
Yeah, so that was all kind of the setup stuff. So we finished that.
And then we checked into our house.
Yeah. Yeah. So we had a house for the night before.
Yeah.
Me, you and Mom got all of our bits in.
Yeah.
And then we had time to decompress.
Yeah, we had time. We had some food.
We ordered, our venue is in the middle of nowhere. And we ordered a Just Eat, was it Subway? Yeah, we ordered a Subway. And I was like, well, maybe it's in the town I work in doesn't have one, which I'm really hoping they do come to my town. And then I thought, maybe it's in the other town that's not too far away when we were deciding about shopping. And then when I looked where it was coming from one that was half an hour, 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
And I was like, how has he accepted this order? When I went to meet him to go and pick it up, he was like, I didn't realise it was this far away. I wouldn't have done this if I'd have known.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I really appreciate it. So I gave him a really good tip.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bless him. Yeah.
But yeah, so we had our Subway and then got ready for our evening before.
Yeah.
Started getting ready for the evening out.
Yeah.
My friend who, I don't we told about what happened with Charlotte, about her disappearing to another country. I don't think we have.
No.
So one of the dramas, about 2 weeks before the wedding.
It wasn't really a drama. It was just a change. Yeah, it was just a change in circumstance.
Yes. My bridesmaid who lives 5 minutes around the corner from me, her work asked her to go and work in Canada for 3 months.
Yeah.
Which is an amazing opportunity and one that I'm glad she didn't turn down.
Yeah.
But her caveat to work, do I mean caveat? Is that the right word? To go and work in Canada was that they flew her back for the wedding.
Yeah.
Which they did.
They did, yeah.
So
she had furthest travelled.
Yes, she did. And she came back from Thursday. She landed at 2 p.m. on the Thursday in London and flew again at
2 p.m.
2 p.m. on the Monday.
Yeah.
So yeah, props to her, big commitment.
Yeah, massive. Yeah, bless her.
So she put a shift in. So she arrived, bit of a whirlwind, getting ready to go out again.
Yeah.
2 of the other bridesmaids arrived, and then we all pooled over to a different hotel.
Yeah.
Ours isn't a hotel; it's just a wedding venue.
Yeah, it just has like a couple of rooms in a wedding venue.
Yeah. So went over to where the boys had played golf.
Yeah.
Met them all there, and we walked into a bar full of our family and friends, which was great.
Lovely.
Ellis was already there. He was wearing his embarrassing stag shirt.
Did he decide to wear that? Yeah. You just thought, why not?
Yeah.
Fair.
So I think we've talked about it, but he's got a pictures of my face, his face, and Doug, all over this like Hawaiian shirt.
Dad bought it for him for the stag do.
Yeah. So he was wearing that. But it was great to see all of our family and friends beforehand.
Yeah.
And you did it, and I would recommend it. 100%.
Yeah.
Just have that night to chat. You get time to chat to people.
Yeah.
I managed to go around all of the tables, sit down, have a proper chat.
Yeah. And it takes out some of the hellos. You know, like when... So for me, I was like, oh, I've spoken to them. Like, obviously, you go back round and chat to people on the wedding day, but it just meant that my entire wedding day wasn't spent saying, hello, how are you? What are you up to?
Yeah.
How's work?
Yeah. You could have some of those conversations and then be more meaningful.
Yeah.
The day before. We ate there as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
So that was really good. And then about 9:30, 10ish, probably 10 by the time we left. We left there to go and have a bit of a girly evening in the house we'd hired.
Yeah, chilled.
So we did presents for each other.
Yeah.
Which was lovely.
Mm-hmm.
And so the girls got all their bits that I'd got them. And then Ellis had done me a letter and a present for the night before the wedding, which was lovely. So I had my little card and I read it and it was lovely.
Yeah.
And then I opened my present and I said to him 5 days before the wedding, I was like, I think we've bought each other the same wedding present.
Mm.
He was like, no, this is really cool. You're not going to have bought the same thing. I was like, okay. Like, I think we have. I opened the present for the evening. I'd only bought him one for the wedding. Well, I bought him 2 for the wedding day. Actually, I'm still missing a present.
What?
I ordered him a bangle.
Yeah.
But that's still not come.
Oh.
That was meant to come last week. I knew it wasn't going to come on time, but I need to check that. And then I'd ordered in cufflinks to have for the day, and then this present that turned out to be the same.
Yeah, it was.
So Ellis had bought me a print of the stars, of like what the stars would look like in St. David's where we got engaged.
Yeah.
And I opened that on the night before. And then the day of the wedding, he bought me a print of our wedding venue, of the stars of the wedding day. And I bought him exactly the same thing. So for the day of the wedding, we opened the same present. And he was like, he was convinced we wouldn't have bought the same thing, but I was convinced we would.
Yeah.
Our first dance was to Miles Smith, Stargazing. Stargazing?
Yeah, Stargazing.
Yeah, I don't know why that sounded wrong then.
Yeah.
We are star nerds.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as there's a clear night, we'll go out for a walk with Doug and take our little thing to have a look at all the different the different constellations and stuff. So it makes sense that we both bought the same present, but it was just really funny.
Yeah, so typical.
So I feel like it, meant something that we
both, definitely.
I think it's a good omen.
Yeah, definitely.
So we did presents, and then we all had a shower, did our skincare, got ready for bed.
Put a face mask on.
Oh yeah, had a face mask, and then it was time to sleep. And in fairness, I slept pretty well.
Yeah.
Classic pregnancy, had to get up in the night.
I didn't even hear you.
Yeah. Waddled. And then the morning of was just so chill.
Yeah. Very chill. Hayley I said to Hayley, what time are we doing this? Don't know.
I just don't know why I didn't think of it. I think one thing I would say is if you are I'm not a chill person.
I think pregnancy / the fact that you're on beta blockers for your blood pressure has made you chill, which is amazing.
I've enjoyed it.
And don't get me wrong, have you being that chill was lovely.
Yeah, I had a great day.
Like that, I think it. I don't think you would have been stressy at all on your wedding.
No, I probably might have been more snappy.
You just might have found things more overwhelming, I think.
Yeah, nothing was really...
No, I just think you would have been like, this is really overwhelming. This, like, do you know what I mean?
And we'd prepared for that.
Oh, absolutely. We've spoken about that on the podcast. Yeah. And we knew that was a possibility, that you would find things overwhelming.
Yeah.
But you just were like, I don't know.
About a week before, I've been put on these beta blockers and they had made me so much more chill than I've ever been before.
Yeah.
I would say to any bride, know the timings, and I'm sure this is probably very sensible. Have them written down of what time you want stuff done.
Yeah.
But I had the timings of the day from the venue, and I was like, well, that's it. That's what. But I hadn't thought of, right, when do I need to do my hair? When do I need to do... I had, because my hairdresser came. When do I need to do my makeup? And I knew what time I needed to be finished, but no one else knew.
Yeah.
The bridesmaids didn't know when they needed to be finished.
We didn't know what time we were moving over. Well, we did know what time we were moving over to the other house.
But you didn't know if you needed to be dressed.
Yeah.
Or if you...
Yeah. There was just a couple of things that I was just like, so what about this? And you were like, I don't know. Like, you didn't know. The one thing was, what time's Dad coming over for the first look, Hayley? I don't know.
I just hadn't even thought of it.
And I said, who's organising it? The photographer will organise it. And I was like...
I don't know why I thought that, though.
No, I just think you were just like...
I was just going, I was having a nice day.
Yeah, which is absolutely fine. But I was like, okay, right, so Dad needs to come over at this time. Mom, can you go and tell Dad that he needs to be over at this time?
Phil had to take a bit of charge. Like... maid of honour duties. She stepped up.
And it was all fine, and it was never going to be a problem at all because I already had thought about it. Like I knew that you were in that kind of mood where you were just relaxed, and I thought, I'm not entirely sure that this has been planned, so I'm just gonna sort it.
Yeah, no,
and
I hadn't planned it.
Absolutely fine.
Yeah, so we by the time we'd all got ready, it was a lovely morning getting ready, wasn't it? Because we had
really was
4 big mirrors for us to sit in front of. So
That was really lovely,
they were great,
actually.
weren't they?
Yeah.
Ruby came and did my hair, and one of the other bridesmaids had booked herself hair and makeup, so she was sat away in this makeup chair with her beautician, makeup, beauty, hair person, who was lovely, by the way. She was so... I don't actually know who she is, but she was so
great.
Lovely.
Yeah, she was amazing.
If we asked questions, she helped us.
Yeah, she was really good, and she was talking about all the different services she offers and loads of things. She was really helpful.
Really nice lady. And so especially as it's my day, you worry about other people that you've not chosen coming in. And she was just the nicest person.
Oh, just getting involved, chatting away. There was wasps everywhere, and
she's allergic to
wasps. Like, we were just having it was just a nice morning.
Yeah.
Like, it was relaxed, it was easy.
Yeah.
It was...
I'd finished having my hair done, and then I was like, well, I'm going to have a sausage sandwich.
Yeah.
Popped to have my breakfast.
Yeah.
Chatted to Mum and Dad, gave Mum and Dad their presents, and it was nice that we had me, you, Mum and Dad.
Yeah.
That sounded weird in my head. Me, you, Mum and Dad to do presents together with.
Yeah.
And we laughed at another spelling mistake of Ellis's. So there's 3 spelling mistakes. Me and Ellis are really dyslexic.
Yeah.
The first one that I've told you about is the Aperol on the crossword was spelt wrong. And it was throwing everyone off. And Ellis's families are really competitive, so they were getting really annoyed about why they couldn't figure out what this word was. And I was like, that's on me. That was my one. Ellis had bought cufflinks for groomsmen and dads, and he spelt father as in like it's farther away.
Yeah.
So I had an R in, and I noticed it when we were packing up all the presents, and I was like, oh well, it's me and you again. We spelt it wrong. But I didn't think to check it, and most of the time I miss spelling mistakes anyway. So Dad had a laugh at that. I'd already told Mum and Phil.
Yeah.
So they were waiting for Dad to spot it. And Mum had her presents, and we had a little card off Mum as well. It was lovely morning, and then I went and did my makeup.
Yeah.
2p. And yeah, like Chai had finished doing her bit, so she had asked if anyone else wanted more food and went off and
she did a toast run, and it was just really nice. Like, it was relaxed but busy, but like it didn't feel like it was dragging. And
no, and there was a bit of a moment when I felt like I was waiting around a bit because I knew the time we had to move over to the place where we were getting dressed. So there's another part of the venue, rather than getting dressed in the house we stayed in, because it's just beautiful. So they do all the first looks, and it's got a lovely view, and they present your dress and stuff as well. So it was really lovely. So I knew we were going over there, and there was a bit of period where I knew we needed to tidy up everything in the house to get out, to get to the next place. And I felt like there was just stuff, and we all knew there would be stuff, and we just had to move it from A to B.
Yeah.
So we moved it from the house just into my car, and just loaded up my car with everything, and it was fine.
It was fine.
It just felt a bit like everyone was asking me loads of questions. I was like, get your stuff out. Yeah, that's all I need you to do. If there's any stuff that doesn't need to come with you to the next bit, get it out. And then bless, the wedding coordinator came over, and she was like, this is the cleanest I've ever seen the house before a wedding. She's like, you didn't need to do this, like that's what I'm here for. And we were like, oh well, I didn't know that. So we left it.
It was just easier to do it like that, wasn't it?
Like, and it worked.
It did work. It was good.
So then we went and got dressed.
We got dressed. No, we didn't. We got dressed over there, didn't we?
Yeah, we all got dressed
pajama photos.
Yeah, we had some cute, and they're really cute. Some pajama photos. Had a Prosecco for myself. And some Prosecco for the girls. And I felt so bad. That's another thing. I had 6 glasses that matched. Didn't have one for Mum.
It's okay. She shared with me.
And I shared some Prosecco as well, just to have a little sip.
She shared some with me.
So I felt that was silly on my part. But then the girls went and got dressed, and then Mum and you got me dressed. And I was so excited to be in my dress. Like, I know a lot of brides find it really overwhelming, or they don't like certain things about it. I felt great in my dress. I was really excited. The biggest worry for the last 6 months is, am I going to fit in it? Which we had no alterations to it at all. It was perfect. And it was a little bit short because I'm quite tall. And the bump lifted it a little bit.
It didn't look short though, I don't think.
No, I think how you'd have it, and it meant I didn't trip up over the front of it. So I was happy. So then, getting dressed, and I just was so excited to be in my dress. And I couldn't wait for the girls to see and Dad to see. Dad did the classic, oh, nice.
He doesn't really know. He's not very good at stuff like that. Like, when he saw my dress, he was like, that's not what I was expecting. And I was like, a white dress? I've
not asked him what he was expecting for me. No, he didn't say it.
No, and I don't know. Like, he was like, oh, like, but he's not a man of very few words.
He is, He finds the whole thing quite overwhelming up until the speech, and then he lets loose on the red wine.
And then he's fine after that. But up until the speeches, he's a bit like,
It's a big deal. You've got 2 daughters. It's the biggest thing for a dad to do, I think.
He does find it all overwhelming. Like the walking up the aisle, the being like, it's quite a lot really for him.
I think he had a nicer experience of the church at my wedding than he did at yours, because he'd already done it once, maybe.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't stood up for as long.
He was so nervous at my wedding. So nervous. And I think for yours, like you said, he wasn't stood up for as long, which massively helped. And obviously
he'd already done it once. He ticked that box. So we got dressed, and then we started to get ready to walk to the church, and it started raining. Oh, we forgot to say the night before we buried a sausage.
Oh, we did? Yeah, we buried a sausage.
We did bury a sausage. And I'm going to say it started raining. It spat.
Yeah, it wasn't
5 or 10 minutes.
Literally, excuse me. Literally, as we were about to leave the venue to when we got to the church, by the time we walked into church, it had stopped.
It's like a 2-minute walk.
Yeah.
It was not a problem at all.
No.
And it didn't rain again the rest of the day. So girls, bury the sausage.
Yeah.
It works.
Bury the sausage. Even if you're not superstitious or like worried about that kind of thing.
Because it was for the 2 weeks before. So as soon as you could see our wedding date on a weather service, it said rain.
Yeah.
For the whole 2 weeks. It even said rain the day before, didn't it?
Yeah.
And it didn't.
No.
Like, it was literally the most beautiful day.
Yeah.
The whole day.
Yeah.
The next day, pissed it down.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
It was miserable.
Yeah. And ever since.
Yeah, to be fair. So we were really, really lucky with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whilst we were in the church, you could see all the sun coming through the stained glass windows. It was gorgeous. We were stood outside the church ready to walk down the aisle, and I didn't know if the organist had been able to learn the piece that I wanted. He said he would try, and he did. And as soon as it started playing, cried, didn't I?
Yeah,
and
I did.
And Phil cried.
I did. I didn't stop crying until maybe like the first hymn.
Yeah.
But saying that, I think we're going to stop this podcast here.
Yeah.
Pause. We're going to keep recording now because we're talking about it, but I'm going to do it in a 2-parter.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you guys are going to be, we're quite a lot of time in and we're not ready to stop yet.
No.
So I'm going to stop this now and we'll start a new one, but we will, for you it'll be a week, for us it'll be less than a minute. So if you're watching, we'll be in the same outfit. But anyway, so that's it for this podcast, for part 1 of Hayley and Ellis's wedding. And then we'll see you in part 2 next week. So for now, I'm Philippa.
I'm Hayley.
This was Confetti Conversations, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.